And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Eyes Lamel Family Field for another edition of Brevard College men's soccer. This evening, the Tornadoes in another non-conference matchup to start this season, hosting the Carolina University Bruins, who have made the trip to the mountains of western North Carolina from Winston-Salem. If you're not familiar with Carolina University, they're a member of the NCCAA, the National Christian Colleges Athletic Association. And they're actually ranked number 8 in the country, this men's soccer team, in that national organization, the NCCAA. Tornadoes, of course, members of the NCAA Division III. We've got some mild precipitation at the moment, and we'll continue to keep an eye on the weather. There were several weather delays, lightning delays, in fact, in yesterday's women's soccer game. In fact, they weren't even able to complete that one versus Toccoa Falls right here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. But hopefully we'll be able to get this one in this evening. There's been a lot of thunderstorms the last few days here in the mountains, western North Carolina. But looking forward to getting some soccer going between the home Brevard College Tornadoes and the Carolina University Bruins. Look at the starting lineup. First, let's look at the visiting Bruins. Matthew McCamley, Maxwell Tennant getting a start as well. Owen Vaughn, Luigi Piccoli, Nathan Rue, Luke Spillane Davis, William Cothill, Thomas Yegbor. Cothill, by the way, is the goalkeeper. He wears number 13 out of South Africa. Number 20, Alexander Tweddle. Number 30, Aiden Fletcher. And number 25, John Van Az. Tornadoes, meanwhile, much of the familiar names you're used to if you follow BC Tornadoes men's soccer this season thus far. In the goal will be number 1, Matteo Sarasi. Also part of that starting lineup, Rocco Barbone, Cauê dos Santos as well, Santiago Romero, Igor da Silva, Colin McCabe, Martin Aguilar, Luis Portillo, Ryan Lynch, and Lamont Young Jr. Now, worth mentioning, I only named 10 starters there. That's because we've got a game time decision whether we'll see Tom DeSuge or Hayden Domingo in that final defender position. DeSuge was getting some treatment and want to make sure he's good to go physically through these warm-ups before committing to him to the starting lineup. So we'll let you know that as soon as we can as well. We're about 6 minutes 45 away from the start of Tornadoes and the Bruins. Some light precipitation in the area. We'll keep an eye on that. Currently 72 degrees here in Brevard, North Carolina. Glad you're able to join us. Tornadoes and Bruins coming up shortly. Well, just moments away from kickoff of the Bruins and Tornadoes Brevard College men's soccer action coming to you live on a Sunday evening. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from for this edition of Brevard College men's soccer. We did, in the open, mention a potential starting lineup switch for the Tornadoes, but indeed Tom DeSuge, good to go after a successful warm-up period and ready to go in that one of those two center defender positions. You can see him there alongside Rocco Barbone. Tornadoes will start with the soccer ball first. Cauê dos Santos standing over the ball at the moment. Igor da Silva alongside him, and immediately played back to McCabe. DeSuge with an early touch. Here's Portillo on the far side. Tornadoes in their home white uniforms with the blue shorts. Silver numerals, silver stripes across the front side. Real sharp look. Meanwhile, early foul there on the Bruins, as Vaughn was able to draw the foul. De Silva committed it. Owen Vaughn, part of that starting lineup for the Bruins, senior out of Sunderland, England. Through ball there was looking for Yegbor. We'll tell you more about Carolina's roster, much like the Tornadoes, very international. A lot of countries represented between these two squads. Here's DeSuge playing it from the back. Was looking to play it forward there to Portillo. Blasted out of bounds by Luigi Piccoli, Brazilian for Carolina University. And that'll be another Tornado throw-in. Just underway here, first 90 seconds of action. Carolina University out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Ryan Lynch trying to flick it forward to a teammate. Handled nicely by Tennant, central defender for the Bruins. Now here's Barbone, the defensive header. And ball bounced out of bounds. We've seen several throw-ins already on this side of the field. You can see Portillo, he was using his jersey to dry off the soccer ball. We have seen some precipitation. It's currently not raining. We saw some mild rain about 15 minutes before the start of this one. Here's Tweddle. Tweddle, nice job splitting a couple Tornado defenders to find his teammate Yegbor. Then Yegbor's fouled. Quickly played forward by Carolina University. Cross there, and precarious situation from the Tornadoes' perspective, but then played out by the NATOs. Portillo's who played that out. Now Portillo on a overlapping run along that right wing. He was looking for Ryan Lynch with that cross. Meanwhile, Dos Santos was hit hard, but no foul. Here's Portillo again. Portillo with a cross. Looking for Lynch again. Lynch raising his hand, satisfied with those efforts from Portillo, trying to find the all-time leading goal scorer of the Tornadoes. And ball eventually makes its way out of bounds. It's going to be Carolina's ball. They ruled it did go off the foot of Portillo. Luis Portillo, freshman out of Miami, Florida. You can feel Portillo kind of coming on more and more each game we get the chance to see him. Out of Doral Academy in Miami-Dade County. The 305. Not only Portillo, but also Santiago Romero from that part of the world. 4 minutes have elapsed here. Period number 1. Neither team has taken a shot. However, we're about to see our first corner kick. Owen Vaughn will do the honors. Vaughn bends that in effectively. Wow, what an effort from Vaughn on that corner kick. It was eventually kicked out by the Tornadoes. Aguilar getting a piece of it. Rossi had to dive for it. That was one of those bending corner kicks that sometimes can go directly into the goal if it's played just right. It was a beautifully played ball by Owen Vaughn. 40 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Half number 1. Another corner kick. This time from the other side, it'll be Nathan Rue. He's the junior midfielder from Newcastle, England. A lot of movement in that penalty box. Bodies flying. Off the head of DeSuge. Skips out of bounds. There'll be a long throw-in for the Bruins. Tornadoes 1-1-1 in this young season. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Nice job there by Piccoli. Now taken away by the Tornadoes only momentarily, however. Here's Tennant. Tennant plays it forward. Nice job there finding Fletcher. Yegbor. DeSuge on the defense. Now firing off a shot there. Blocked by the Tornadoes defense was Fletcher. Now another opening for the Bruins, who are starting to really put on some offensive pressure. Much of the early part of this game being played in this attacking zone for the Bruins. Already the third corner kick for the Bruins. Brevard coming off a 2-1 win over Warren Wilson. Corner kick by Rue. And that'll bounce out of bounds for a goal kick for the Nados. Next up for the Tornadoes after this matchup, trip to Averett, the old USA South Conference rival up in Danville, Virginia. That's on Tuesday evening, 5 p.m. start. DeSuge. DeSuge plays it forward. Here's Romero. Romero. McCabe. Here's Barbone. Lamont Young Jr. Effective tackle there by the Bruins. There's Fletcher. McCamley. Young with a slide tackle, able to get a piece of it there. De Silva plays it back to Young, but then taken away by the Bruins. De Silva trying to clear that out of the defensive area. Romero to Dos Santos. Nice little step there. Dos Santos using DeSuge. DeSuge with the long ball. Overlapping along that right side was Portillo. Now here's Lynch. Lynch lays it off to Romero. Romero using McCabe. Barbone. Young. Back to McCabe. Taken away by the Bruins. Potential counterattack opportunity here. Barbone's there to sweep it up. Here's Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Nice ball there to Aguilar, up ahead to Young. De Silva. Lynch plays it forward. Running onto it was Romero. Cleared out, however, by the defender. Tennant. Maxwell Tennant. Well, we mentioned the international flavor. Tennant coming all the way from where they recently held the Women's World Cup, Melbourne, Australia. So I think Tennant wins the prize for traveling the most miles to get here to North Carolina from his hometown. Multiple time zones. And obviously a lot of mileage as there's an injured player, Igor da Silva. Slow to get up. Head athletic trainer is Noah Reisick. He works directly with the men's soccer team. Also trainer for the women's soccer team. Silva's going to have to step off. It looks like just momentarily. They'll get him in as quickly as they can. Reisick still having a couple final words, making sure he's okay with them from a athletic training standpoint. Clock is stopped at 35:44 after the injury. And it's going to be a touch here for William Cothill, goalkeeper for Carolina University. Another continent represented. He's from South Africa. Rue, Tennant, 35-28 and counting, half number one. Seen just one shot between these two sides. Spillane Davis. Nice job defensively by the NATOs there. Be a long throw in for Carolina. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn's going to cross it to the opposite side. Was intending to get that towards Aiden Fletcher. Meanwhile, it'll be a goal kick for the Tornadoes and goalkeeper Mateus Rossi, sophomore from Brazil. Rossi up ahead to DeSuge. Barbone. Aguilar. Taken away by the Bruins. Barbone uses his head. And there's a whistle, a foul on Carolina. John Van Naz committing the foul. Well, we mentioned his teammate, Tennant from Australia, Van Naz from New Zealand, another nation that hosted that Women's World Cup. Nice tackle there by McCabe. McCabe continuing to fight for it, but then taken away after that misplay. Van Naz up ahead. Here's Spillane Davis. Played out of bounds by Barbone, the junior defender from Italy. $33-25. It's going to be a free kick for the NATOs. And another injury timeout. McCamley being attended to. We'll take a quick break ourselves.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
So good news, looks like McCamley is going to be okay. We're getting set to check back in, much like De Silva not too long ago for the Tornadoes. Be a throw-in. Back in the defensive third for the Tornadoes. DeSuge is going to switch the field using Barbone. Barbone up ahead. Lamont Young Jr. Barbone. Flicked on there, Lynch to Romero. Romero showing some of his speed. But the Bruins back defensively. Nice job by the Bruins to handle that defensively. Tennant is who came up with it ultimately. Lamont Young Jr. Dos Santos. De Silva. Beautiful ball there trying to find Lamont Young Jr., but goalkeeper coming off his line there and able to scoop it up was William Cothill. Carolina's goalkeeper in the all yellow. A little different shade of yellow than what Mateus Rossi wears. We had a debate the other night in the press box whether is that yellow or is that green, that fluorescent look of Rossi. We'll call it fluorescent yellow. Meanwhile, Cothill, goalkeeper for Carolina University, like the traditional yellow, right? Like color of a banana. You know, when you see the Crayola crayons and it says yellow, that's pretty much what Cothill's wearing. Meanwhile, another stoppage for an injury. And a sub for Carolina. Latlo Lekabane checks in for Carolina University. He's from Botswana. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn up ahead to Piccoli. Piccoli defended there by Portillo. Owen Vaughn. Piccoli again. Romero playing it up ahead to his fellow striker Ryan Lynch. Nice job by Tennant playing that sweeper position for Carolina. Yegbor. Dangerous situation there from the Tornadoes' perspective. There was a Carolina attacker in point-blank range, Luke Spillane Davis. If he would have gotten a piece of his body on that or his foot on it, likely would have found the back of the net. Far side, Lamont Young Jr. with a slip header. Here's Tweddle. Tweddle plays it forward. Spillane Davis. Fletcher trying to find Spillane Davis again, blasted out by the Tornadoes. Just one shot between the two teams. We played almost 15 minutes. There's been 3 corner kicks, all by the Bruins. Tornadoes have committed 3 fouls, just 1 for Carolina. So from a statistical standpoint, a fairly uneventful first 15 minutes. Van Az. Several Tornadoes on the case defensively. Barbone heads it out. Now Silva trying to play it forward, and Lynch was trying to flick it on to Dos Santos. Barbone has to go up high to handle that through ball. Meanwhile, here's Piccoli. A whistle, and this is going to be a set-piece opportunity in a dangerous part of the field for the Bruins. We'll see who lines up in front of it. Yegbor, Spillane Davis, currently in the vicinity. Also Vaughn. There's a fourth Bruin on the turf tying his shoes. Meanwhile, the referee moves the tornado wall, which is 2 players wide. We'll see whether it's Vaughn or Yegbor, as now a third tornado has joined the wall. That's Romero. And it'll be Yegbor. Yegbor crosses it in, punched out by Rossi. Going up high, winning that header in the air was Barbone. That was a thing of beauty in terms of a defensive play. Aguilar there defensively, and then Barbone sweeps it up. 27-24 to play, half number 1. And another injury. We've seen several of these in this first half. Your score, Tornado 0, Bruin 0. So Lamont Young Jr. exits the game on the far sideline, being attended to by head athletic trainer Noah Reisig. Meanwhile, Judah Myers checks in. He's the junior defender from Athens, Georgia. Transfer from Point. We see them pop up on a Tornado athletic schedule every once in a while. Point University. Did his high school studies at Flowery Branch High School, Judah Myers. Meanwhile, another corner kick. This is the 4th of the game for the Bruins. And this has way too much mustard on it. Going from end to end. Eventually skipping out of bounds. It was ruled out of bounds. It was really close to the other corner kick flag, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Tornadoes, as they're going to back up Portillo about as far as you possibly can next to that corner kick flag. Portillo plays it forward. Here's Myers, fresh legs into the contest. Well, appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be finding us. Almost a kind of a national holiday of sorts from a sports perspective. First day of the season for the National Football League. I appreciate you working us into your sports calendar. Here's Myers. Myers up ahead to Lynch. Lynch with an opening. Lynch with the shot and the save, a point-blank save. What a save, by the way, by Codhill. A lightning-quick reaction with his hand. Lynch fired away. That is right in his territory, the all-time leading goal scorer for the Tornadoes, and Lynch was denied there by Codhill. Meanwhile, corner kick, the first of the game for the Tornadoes. Codhill goes up high. A Tornado got a piece of it. That was Barbone. Big target, very powerful in the air. So the Tornadoes starting to make some noise themselves. 2 shots on that possession alone The header from Barbone and the Lynch rocket shot that was just saved by Cothill. Romero, nice pressure there. Tornado's trying to come up with another takeaway. Here's Myers. Myers up ahead. Myers with a step. Nice move by the Carolina defender, Yegbor, to deny Myers. And what a move there. The confidence of Yegbor to take that extra dribble, too, on the defensive end and then play it away. Meanwhile, Myers was onside, but that ball just bounces out of bounds. You can feel the sort of energy picking up a little bit here at Lamel Family Field. More fans have entered the venue. It was raining at the start of this one, and thus might have kept some folks back in their dorm rooms, back in their apartments. It's starting to make their way here to Lamel Family Field. Appreciate the crowd on hand and you for tuning in. Here's Barbone. Barbone was pressured there by Fletcher, off the leg of Fletcher. It'll be a Tornado goal kick. Meanwhile, sub here coming for Carolina. So Carlos Ramirez checks in. He replaces John Van Az. And here's Myers once again. Long ball for Judah Myers. Myers has been a factor since entering the contest as a substitute. DeSuge with a big step up there. It's one way to deny an attack. DeSuge, a game-time decision due to some work he was doing warm-up-wise, making sure all the body parts were 100% and able to get the nod and get this start. And what a factor he is, the junior from St. George, France. Big part of that team last year that won the USA South Conference Championship, that went to the NCAA tournament. Up ahead, De Silva trying to find Lynch. Coming way out of his box there was Cothill. And back the other way, back and forth we go as Barbone plays that out. 21:45 to play. Throwing on the far side for the Bruins. Rossi's going to play the long ball himself all the way to Lynch. Headed back nicely by Carolina. That was Tweddle using his head. And a stoppage of the clock with 21:15. And another injury. We've had several of these in this first half. Stoppages of play. 21:15. Time on the board at the moment. First half action. Well, we mentioned the National Football League happening today. Score that a lot of folks are interested in around here. Atlanta Falcons 24, Carolina Panthers 10. That's a final. A couple more quick ones from earlier today. Browns 24, Bengals 3, Ravens 25, Texans 9, Jags 31, Colts 21, Bucks 20, Vikings 17, Saints 16, Titans 15, Niners 30, Steelers 7, and Commanders 20, Cardinals 16. Once again, appreciate you tuning in here. So a couple subs there on the injury timeout. Julian Martin has checked in for Carolina. While we've been talking about Carolina's roster coming from all over the world, just like the Tornadoes, Julian Martin from just up the road from us here at Brevard, Asheville, North Carolina. Meanwhile, another sub here for the Tornadoes. We just saw Marcos da Silva check in. So Rodrigo Garcia checks in for the Tornadoes. Luke Spillane Davis checks back in for Carolina. And another whistle there. So a little bit of a choppy game with all the injury timeouts. Saw the Tornadoes really push the envelope there in terms of a scoring threat a few minutes ago. Opportunity by Lynch and then a corner from Lynch off the head of Barbone. Meanwhile, another set-piece opportunity for the Bruins. Last time we saw Yegbor, we'll see if it'll be him again. Nope, he runs past it. It's Vaughn instead. And Vaughn unable to find a teammate's head. And that'll bounce out of bounds. It'll be Rossi with the goal kick. And another sub for the Tornadoes coming momentarily. So Will Finney checks in for the Nados, sophomore forward out of Jasper, Georgia. Here's Barbone. DeSuge was feeling some pressure there, so he played it long, and it's taken away by the Bruins, rather. Meanwhile, DeSuge now blasts that forward down the right wing. Tackle there made by Tweddle. So Tornadoes with some fresh legs in the contest. Rodrigo Garcia, Will Finney. We saw Judah Myers check in earlier. Also Marcos da Silva. Lynch plays it back to Myers with his chest. Here's da Silva. Da Silva pressured there. Ball bounces out of bounds off of Piccoli. And another sub for the Nados. So Morgan checks in, Lynch checks out with 18 minutes to play. And it'll be a Bruins free kick after the foul on the Tornadoes. Might have been a handball on Da Silva. Vaughn. Yegbor. Here's Spillane Davis. Pressured there by Da Silva nicely. 17-17 to play. Sun is shining now after we saw some rain earlier. Here's Myers. Myers to Garcia. Vaughn up ahead to Fletcher. Aguilar will handle the throw-in on the far side for the Nados. Aguilar plays it forward. Daniel Morgan going up high for it. Pleasant temperatures after a lot of high temperatures, heat last week. Currently 70 degrees, quite pleasant. Just over 16 to play here in this first half. Here's Rocco Barbone. Morgan. Try to flick it on to Myers. That's blasted out of the way from Cothill, completely flipping the field with one swing of the leg. Here's Piccoli. Piccoli splitting a couple Tornadoes defenders, splitting another defender. A shot there from Piccoli. What an individual effort. Great save, meanwhile. Diving to his left was Mateos Rossi. Looks like another Tornado sub getting ready to go. De Silva. Playing it forward. He's looking for Finney. De Silva plays it back to Barbone. Barbone tried to play it forward. Be a throw-in for the Bruins. Check that, Tornado throw-in, so a sub for the NATOs. So Hayden Domingo, fan favorite here at Eyes Lamel Family Field, checking in. He replaces Tom DeSuge. Meanwhile, sub ready to go for Carolina. Enrique Buccini, sophomore from Brazil, is at the scorer's table. 13:55 to play, half number one. Cothill able to come up with it. Morgan pressures him. He's going to roll it to his defender. Tennant. Tennant now switching the field using Tweddle. Here's Yegbor. He's been a factor so far for the Bruins, and another sub for the Bruins coming here. So João de Souza checks in for the NATOs, senior from Brazil. Meanwhile, Buccini, a sophomore from Brazil for Carolina University, checks in. Domingo playing it forward. Now Myers playing it in the air as well. So a couple of volleys back and forth with these two teams. Rossi's going to bring it down to his feet. 12-12 to play. Here's Domingo. Portillo. De Silva plays it forward. 11:52 and counting here in this first half. Throw in here on the far side by Aguilar. Aguilar comes up with it. Aguilar plays it forward. It's easy to spot Aguilar even on the far side of the field. Where's the orange spikes? And here he is, Aguilar, right on cue. Aguilar continuing to fight. Meanwhile, here comes the Bruins on a counterattack of their own. Tornadoes hustling back defensively, able to come up with it. And Rossi was trying to play it right back to Aguilar, but ball scoots out of bounds. Bruins playing quickly off the throw-in, trying to catch the NATOs off guard. 10:25 to play. First half, scoreless. Each team with 2 shots. Must say Carolina seemed to control matters in the first 15, 20 minutes or so, but game's been much more evenly played ever since then. Aguilar playing it forward. Ball bounces out of bounds. There'll be another sub coming here for the Bruins. So one sub comes in. It's once again Julian Martin, freshman from Asheville. .908 to play here. Half number 1. Tweddle. De Silva up ahead to Myers. Myers trying to keep it in bounds. He does. Myers then crosses it, was looking for Morgan. Garcia able to clean it up. Here's De Silva. De Silva trying to keep it alive, fighting for the loose soccer ball. De Souza getting a piece of it momentarily. 8:30 to play, half number 1. De Souza once again. Barbone. Garcia. Hayden Domingo. Long ball there, looking for Finney. De Souza bringing it down. He has an opportunity. Fires off a half volley. And that'll be considered a shot. So shot number 3 for the NATOs. Couple NATO subs getting set to check in. De Souza, after that last shot by him, able to get a foot on it there as well, was playing it forward to Morgan. Also got a Carolina sub in the box. 7:25 to play half number 1. Carolina University, part of the NCCCA. And here come some subs. Catch you up on those in just a moment. So Noah Hinton and Marcelo Okuda checking in for the NATOs. Robin Sauge checking in for Carolina. He's out of Germany. Okuda, one of several Brazilians on the Tornado roster. Noah Hinton from just down the road, Sylva, North Carolina. Noah's hometown, Smoky Mountain High School. Meanwhile, another sub for the Tornadoes. Jarek Marino checking in for the Nados. And Jarek with a quick touch there, but then taken away by the Bruins. Firing off a shot there, blocked by Domingo. Rue had the shot. Domingo getting his body in front of it. 5:30 to play. Each team just with 3 shots. Neither team has found the back of the net. Scoreless here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. And it'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes. Might have been an offsides. Actually, it's going to be a throw-in on the far side, so check that. Now a kick. So a lot of confusion over there. Finally getting the ultimate ruling from the head referee. Here's Moreno. Moreno with an opportunity. Moreno taken down in the box. The BC faithful wanted a penalty kick there. Domingo plays it out. Bruins don't take much time to get the ball quickly to the other side of the field. Some of these attacks. And here they go again. So you really have to mind your P's and Q's if you're the Tornadoes defense. And there's a foul. And the question is, was it in the box or not? Rossi's very unhappy about it. And looks like we're going to have a penalty kick coming here on a foul just inside the box on that far side. Like D'Souza was in the middle of all that from the Tornadoes' perspective. And this is going to be a penalty kick opportunity. Thomas Yegbor will take the penalty kick against Mateos Rossi. Thomas Yegbor. Mateos Rossi on his line. And the goal from Yegbor, 1-0 Bruins on the penalty kick with 3:51 to play here in this first half. So crowd not happy about that. Tornadoes bench not happy about that. But you need to shake it off quickly because there's no reversing what just happened at this point. So a sub for the Bruins after the penalty kick goal. That gives Carolina a 1-0 lead. Garcia. Here come the Bruins again. They have numbers. Tornadoes have to be careful here. And nice job there by the Tornadoes, able to play that forward. Then there's going to be a foul on Brevard. Starting to get a little more physical out there on the Eyes Lamel Family Field turf. 3:12 to play, half number 1, 1-0 Bruins. Sauge. Tennant. Lacabane. Be a throw-in for the Bruins. Down to the final 2:45. Another throw-in for the Bruins. Domingo plays it out. Now Garcia with a defensive header. Moreno, nice job there, trapping the ball. Then he plays it forward. Here's Daniel Morgan. Morgan was looking for Noah Hinton along that right wing. 2 minutes to play here. Half number one. Played out of bounds there by Domingo. $1:45 to play, first half. Martin. Then Vaughn for the Bruins, playing it far to the other corner. 90 seconds left here in the first half. Ball's being played quite a bit in the air. Now it'll be a free kick for the NATOs. 1 minute remaining. So 1 minute call for the first half. Tornadoes trying to get one last opportunity here in this final minute. De Silva playing it forward. And looked like he was trying to get it towards Daniel Morgan. Also, Hayden Domingo was pushed way up from his defensive position. Down to the final 30 seconds here in the first half. Cothill uses Sauge. Rue plays it forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your score at the half, Bruins 1, Tornadoes 0. Second half coming up shortly. So your score at the half, Bruins 1, Tornadoes 0. Stick with us. We'll bring you all the first half highlights and statistics after these messages from Brevard College.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
It's important to study English because language has power. And being able to understand the history of language and how it's been used over time and in our current era helps us be able to take control of that power and use it now and in the future.
I've learned to express myself with the written word more clearly. I've been given the tools with different structural techniques and all the good stuff that have made me a stronger writer, a stronger communicator.
You're going to learn not just the content of your major, whether it's English or history or whatever. You're going to learn how to learn. You're going to learn how to apply that learning and adapt as conditions change.
Writing is inherently experiential because students have to take so many important skills like critical thinking, communication, analysis, and translate those thoughts into a piece of oral or written communication, and then learn by doing how to be more effective communicators.
The English program at Brevard College prepares you for success in whatever field you choose to major in, whether it's theater, whether it's in the sciences or math, whether it's in business. The ability to communicate is important in no matter where you go, and one of the skills we teach is how to communicate clearly with your audience, whoever that may be.
The community here at Brevard, whether it be faculty, students, staff, are all people who learn and grow together. We learn from each other. There's no place where I don't feel welcome on campus, and that's the best part of that liberal arts education, is you're stepping into different learning styles and different content than you do at any old college where you don't get to grow the brain. It's a culture that encourages self-expression. You're allowed to be you here. history
Back here at Islamel Family Field, moments away from the start of the second half, Carolina versus Brevard. The lone goal in this game, a penalty kick by Thomas Yegbor of Carolina after a foul just inside the penalty box by the Tornadoes resulted in the PK opportunity. Yegbor able to find the lower left corner, getting it past Rossi. That came in the 42nd minute, so late in the first half after we were scoreless for so much of the half. So just getting started, 4 shots for the Bruins, including the 1 penalty kick, 3 on Brevard. But the lone goal coming from the Yegbor penalty kick. Carolina attempted 4 corner kicks in that first half, just 1 for Brevard. Brevard committed 8 fouls. Just 1 foul called on Carolina. There was 1 offsides in the contest. That came from Carolina. Now, there were some opportunities for the Tornadoes. In particular, there was a stretch where just kind of back-to-back plays. Ryan Lynch had a great opportunity. Cothill came up with a big save for the Bruins, and then Lynch with a corner kick was trying to find Barbone, and Barbone just missed wide. All adds up to 3 shots for the Tornadoes, 4 for the Bruins, a 1-0 lead for the visitors from Carolina University. Barbone up high. Here's Barbone once again. Barbone playing it forward to Romero. Romero, the exciting freshman out of Miami, Florida. 43-30 left to play here in the second half. Tornadoes now moving right to left on your device in the white jerseys with the blue shorts. Carolina in the dark blue. Shot there. Just high, so that's shot number 4 for Brevard. And a goal kick, and Carolina's going to play it short, bring it up from the backside. Here's Romero, and Romero's fouled. And then a little bit of contact after the foul there. It's going to be a free kick for the Tornadoes. And a yellow card issued and all that. Owen Vaughn of Carolina receiving the yellow. Ryan Lynch, who had that shot just a few minutes ago, now will have a set-piece opportunity to set up his teammates. This is headed out by the Carolina defense. Brought down there by Lewis Mold. And here's Spillane Davis. Spillane Davis cutting to his left, fires off a shot, blocked by Da Silva. Here's Judah Myers of the Tornadoes. Myers. Myers up ahead to Lynch. Offsides flag is up. Lynch was just offsides, if at all. This will come back the other way. Bacchini up ahead to Piccoli. Barbone's there defensively. Barbone continues to fight. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar. Myers. Barbone scanning his options. He's going to play it long to Lynch. Lynch is onside this time. But the late flag comes up. So back-to-back offsides for the Tornadoes. $39:35 to play. De Silva fighting for it on that far side. Foul there on the Tornadoes, and Bruins trying to catch the Tornadoes off guard, play it quickly the other direction. $38:45 to play here, half number 2. Here's Barbone. Barbone to Aguilar. Aguilar. And a foul on the Bruins as Barbone plays this forward. Romero trying to go up for it in a battle there with Yegbor. .38 minutes to play in regulation, a 1-0 lead for the Bruins. As that's blasted out of bounds. Be a throw-in for Carolina University, members of the NCCAA, National Christian Colleges Athletic Association, ranked number 8 in the country in that affiliation. Conway Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Still Dos Santos. And a foul there. It's going to be a free kick for the Tornadoes, and this is in a compelling part of the field. Very close to the sideline, but deep in the attacking zone. And Ryan Lynch once again will do the honors. So this sort of takes the effect of a corner kick in a lot of ways. Two-man wall for the Bruins. Headed out by the Bruins. Be a throw-in for Brevard. Not exactly, I don't think, what Lynch and company wanted with that set piece. Meanwhile, Aguilar throw in there. Slip header by De Silva. Headed out by Myers. Portillo clearing it out for the Tornadoes defensively, then ultimately after a touch from Myers, brought into the control of William Cothill, sophomore goalkeeper from South Africa. This is played forward deep down the right wing. Then an opportunity and firing off a shot there was Owen Vaughn. Credit the save to Rossi. Rossi slips as he was punting that. Meanwhile, here's Dos Santos. Dos Santos beautifully done as far as bringing that down, chest to foot. Now shot from Romero. Romero with the shot, saved by Cothill. So both these teams showing some firepower suddenly. Bruins really move it quickly up the field every chance they get. There's not much of a build-up through the midfield. They just get on their horse and go. 34 minutes, 43 seconds left to play. And it'll be a throw in deep in the attacking zone for the Bruins. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach L. Dana in his 5th season here at Brevard. He's assisted by Mario Pinto, season number 3 for Pinto. And then 2 alumni from Brevard College round out the coaching staff, Brady Tesh and Scott Douglas. Carolina under the direction of Craig Golding, head coach. Tanner Terrio is the assistant coach for Carolina University, along with Kevin Iglesias and Reese Thomas. So these two sets of soccer minds squaring off here from a coaching perspective, and then seeing these student athletes from these two institutions go at it on the field. Here's Barbone. Lynch, a nutmeg there, able to get it past Tennant. Now here's Myers. Myers fires off a shot from distance. Cothill covers it up. Tennant. De Silva. Lynch shoved to the ground, but no call. And a foul there on the NATOs. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Nathan Rue will do the honors on the set piece. Headed out by Aguilar. Myers. Slide tackle there by Owen Vaughn. Team captain for the Bruins. Lynch brings it down with his chest. Then able to get past the defender. Lynch. Beautiful throw ball there. Romero just a step or two behind it. What an idea there. Lynch looking for his teammate, the exciting freshman, Santiago Romero. Myers taking it away there for the NATOs. Great contributions this evening from Judah Myers. Dos Santos playing it forward, but nobody home. .30 minutes and change to play here. Half number 2. Barbone plays that out of bounds off the side of his foot. It'll be a Bruins throw-in. Check that. Tornadoes with the throw-in. It'll be Aguilar. Aguilar playing it forward. Was trying to find Dos Santos. Now Tennant plays it forward. There's Bocchini. Bocchini is looking for Lacabane. Subgin set to check in for Carolina. It'll be a tornado throw-in, however. He has to continue to wait by the scorer's table. This is played forward. Here's Pacholi. Aguilar. Lynch trying that same idea, trying that through ball to Romero, but stopped defensively by Yegbor of the Bruins. Here comes Spillane Davis. Barbone with a strong tackle there. And not only the strong tackle, but off the Bruin, and it'll be a goal kick for the NATOs. So Tweddle checks in. He's the sophomore from Darlington, England. 28:35 to play. Half number 2. Barbone again. Blast this out of bounds. This is going to bounce all the way towards Kings Creek. If you haven't been here to the campus of Brevard College, Kings Creek runs right through the middle of campus. You can see Tornado student athletes sometimes taking the equivalent to an ice bath in the creek following a workout or a practice. Also an open campus to the area community, so you see families enjoying picnics and that kind of thing. Hope you can visit us someday if you haven't already here at the campus of Brevard College. Corner kick here for the Bruins. We've had several of these today. And that ball bounces around and ultimately finds the back of the net off the head of a Bruin striker. Luigi Piccoli with the goal and a 2-0 lead now. As that ball bounced around a little bit, the corner kick results in the finish by the Bruins, and that changes the complexion of this game quite a bit. From a one-goal contest where offense and goal scoring has been at a premium, now a 2-goal advantage for Carolina. So Bruins now with 7 shots. Tornadoes with 6. $27-15 left to play here. Period number 2. Barbone. De Silva. Aguilar playing it quickly up ahead to Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Tornadoes trailing 2-0. Was looking for Romero, but ball bounces out of bounds. 26-45. Play here, period number 2. Couple subs getting ready to go for the Tornadoes. Looks like Garcia, also De Silva. Aguilar plays that in the air. McCabe plays it forward. De Silva. That's going to be a foul on De Silva. Significant foul discrepancy. 11 fouls on the Tornadoes, just 4 on the Bruins, and that was a point-blank opportunity for Carolina coming back the other way. Under 26 to play now. So Marcus De Silva checks in. We saw a lot of him in that first half. Also Rodrigo Garcia, both hailing from Brazil. Here's De Silva, the fresh legs. And that's going to be a foul on the Bruins. Just their 5th. As we mentioned, 11 fouls on the Tornadoes. Bruins with a 2-0 lead on the scoreboard. Goal by Piccoli off the corner kick, and then a penalty kick back in the first half by Thomas Yegbor. Non-conference action, Tornadoes and Bruins, as the sun is setting here on the campus of Brevard College. Aguilar. Brought down there by Cothill. Barbone. Barbone with a touch there to Garcia. Barbone once again now playing it forward. Here's Lynch. Lynch cutting to his right. Lynch now plays it back. Marcos De Silva finding Aguilar. Aguilar looking for Myers. Cothill's going to play it. Initially wanted to play it with his feet, then picks it up once the pressure from Myers came. 23 minutes and counting. Rossi. Hayden Domingo. Foul on the Bruins. Here's Barbone. Aguilar. Back to Barbone. Lynch. Almost had it going there. Meanwhile, sub here for the NATOs. So Daniel Morgan checks in for Brevard. Atilkilt Tamiru into the match for Carolina. Also Aiden Fletcher checking back in. We saw plenty of him in the first half. Barbone has won so many headers up in the air. I mean, I understand he's got some height on a lot of players, but it's more than that. He has got a skill, a knack for winning the ball in the air. It's a very valuable skill in the sport. Garcia, what a move that was trying to play it up to Lynch. Rodrigo Garcia, ladies and gentlemen. Junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Out of Cornerstone Christian. 20:50 to play. Another sub getting set to go for the NATOs. Some final instruction from assistant coach Mario Pinto. Looks like Noah Hinton. Check that. Rodrigo Matos looking to make his first entry. Bruins now hungry for more. Head 2-0. 20:20 to play. Ball rattles off the outside of the post. So Matos checks in. Junior, also from Brazil and also from Cornerstone Christian. Just like Garcia. Barbone fires off that free kick. 19:30 to play. No foul called. Tornadoes with an opportunity here on the counterattack. Up ahead to Lynch. Ryan Lynch. Ryan Lynch fires a shot. Was really looking for Morgan there, it looks like, on the cross. But a good opportunity for the Tornadoes. Starting to get some inertia going on the offensive end. Morgan. And that's blasted out of bounds. Well, we mentioned, the benefits of coming here to Brevard College and enjoying all that we have to offer here on this college. The area that Brevard College is located in is nothing short of spectacular. That's headed by Lynch on that far post. Good idea there for the NATOs. And do want to give a special thanks to Hampton Inn Brevard, the official hotel of the Brevard College Tornadoes, located just minutes from Brevard College. Also just minutes from the entrance to Pisgah National Forest. Come on, check out Hampton Inn, explore Sliding Rock, Slick Rock Falls, DuPont State Forest. There's just a ton of waterfalls within striking distance. And you're very close to Brevard College if you stay at Hampton and Brevard. You can either go to www.hilton.com, or I would recommend calling Hampton and Brevard directly and ask them about the Brevard College Tornado Athletics special rate. You can get a discount if you tell them you're coming to support the Tornadoes. So appreciate Hampton and Brevard, all they do, and hope to see you soon for a visit to Brevard College in Transylvania County, Brevard, North Carolina. Meanwhile, nice job there by Matos. Throw in here for the Bruins. 17-12 to play. Tornadoes trailing by 2. Time certainly becoming a factor, especially in a game where it's been tough to get quality shots on goal. Throw in here. It'll be Owen Vaughn. Checking in here is going to be Blake Stewart of the Tornadoes. New entry into the contest for the Tornadoes, Blake Stewart. He's the sophomore midfielder from Charlotte, North Carolina. Got a nice applause from the locals here at Islamel Family Field. Hey, do want to tell you about the upcoming week ahead for Brevard College Tornado Athletics. We'll have Tornado Talk tomorrow evening. Hope you can join us for that. That's at 7 p.m. You can catch it on Facebook Live. You can catch it on what was formerly known as Twitter, now X, or on this very YouTube channel. That's a weekly talk show where we discuss all things Brevard College Tornado Athletics, expecting guests from the football program tomorrow evening, also BC Volleyball, some other potential special guests as well. So that's Monday night. Meanwhile, Tornadoes trying to get something going here. Here's Matos. Firing off a shot. There's Dos Santos. High. And off the mark. Sub here for Carolina. So Carlos Ramirez checks in. Men's soccer's on the road at Averett on Tuesday evening. And then the first home volleyball match of the season is this Wednesday night in the new look Boshemer Gymnasium, folks. The Bosch. We're up here with a few members of the men's and women's basketball teams, and I know there's a lot of excitement for the new look Boshemer Gymnasium. And the first home athletic event to be played on that new look floor will be this Wednesday night when the volleyball team takes on Bob Jones. That's a 6 p.m. first serve at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Also that evening, women's soccer's on the road at Warren Wilson. So if you're in that part of the western North Carolina mountains, be sure to stop in, check out the Tornadoes in Swannanoa, take on the Owls. Men's and women's tennis on Thursday the 14th versus Covenant at the McCoy Tennis Complex. Part of their fall schedule. Meanwhile, here's Matos once again for the Tornadoes. 13:15 to play. Lynch was trying to make something quick happen there. It's a foul on the Bruins. Free kick for the Tornadoes. Friday, September the 15th, cross country resumes its schedule. They'll be racing in the Covered Bridge Open. That's in Boone, North Carolina. Higher elevation there, so we'll see how Tornadoes runners perform on Friday night, and then a huge day of Brevard College Tornado Athletics on Saturday the 16th. Volleyball will have matches at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the New Look Bosch. Women's soccer is at noon right here at Islamel Family Field versus Carolina University. So Bruins and Tornadoes will go at it again in 6 days, this time on the women's side. And then Brevard College football back in action. Second home game of the season, taking on Averett. That's a 6 p.m. start, so it's a bit of a twilight start. Hope you can join us for that. Meanwhile, 12:10 to play here. Garcia is going to be called for a foul as he commits the foul on Fletcher. And then 1 week from today, here's one to make sure you mark your calendar for. Either tune into this YouTube channel or come on out here 1 week from today on Sunday the 17th. Men's soccer will host right here at Brevard College Washington and Lee. And why is that significant? Well, the two teams played last season the NCAA Division III tournament, first round, at Washington and Lee, and now a regular season meeting between the two schools as that free kick goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the NATOs. So that's 3:30 p.m. a week from today. So Barbone and Moreno check back in for the Tornadoes. 11:25 to play here in the second half. So hope you can join us for any of those athletic events we just described to you. If you go to bctornadoes.com, you can find all the schedules for all the teams. There's even a feature on the newly designed website at the very top of the website where you can find all the latest events. And then if you hit in the top right corner the full calendar, you will get a composite calendar for all sports, which can be very handy as you plan your next adventure with the Brevard College Tornadoes. 10:38 to play here, second half, 2-0 Bruins. Sun has set to the west behind the mountains of Pisgah National Forest. Conway dos Santos. Check that. De Silva, Marcos De Silva stealing that away. Here's Rodrigo Garcia. Barbone. Barbone plays it forward. Looking for a long ball to Lynch. Lynch in a foot race with the defender. He's able to get to it first. Then it's played out, though, by Alexander Tweddle. Those two have been battling all evening. Lynch and Tweddle. Tweddle won that battle. Daniel Morgan taken away by the Bruins. Igor Da Silva. Barbone. He's going to play it back to Rossi. 9:41 to play. So John Van Az checks back in for the Bruins. He's the freshman from Auckland, New Zealand. Land of the Kiwis. .908 to play, period number 2. Certainly Australia and New Zealand. Maxwell Tennant from Australia. Van Az from New Zealand have been part of the collective soccer consciousness throughout the world after the Women's World Cup was recently completed there. A challenge for, American viewership to really tune into the Women's World Cup because the games are on at like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning, that kind of thing. But what an opportunity for the world to come together every 4 years for the World Cup. 8:18 to play here, second half. We mentioned the international flavor of these two teams. Tornadoes hailing from countries such as Spain, Sweden, Brazil, Ireland, Uruguay, Italy, Portugal, India, France, Mexico, Panama, and the Netherlands. Even more if you include the reserves roster, including Argentina. Meanwhile, Carolina, very international flavor themselves. Let's take a quick rundown there. Honduras, England, Botswana, Australia, El Salvador, New Zealand, South Africa, Ghana, Germany, Honduras, Morocco, and Nigeria. Let's throw in Colombia for good measure. And then, of course, the United States on both sides of the rosters here. 7:17 to play. It's going to be a yellow card as the clock stops there. Coway dos Santos is set to check back in. Also looks like Colin McCabe is ready to go back in. So two of the starters for the Tornadoes trying to perhaps assist for a final push here. Tornadoes trailing by 2, running out of time. $7:15 and counting. Foul on the Tornadoes, another set-piece opportunity for the Bruins. It'll be Yegbor. Yegbor scored on the penalty kick. Now with his left foot, plays it in. Headed out there by the Tornadoes. Rodrigo Montos, he's contributed nicely since entering the game here in the second half. Rossi pulls in the loose ball. Here's Aguilar. Moreno. Nice ball there. Across the field, switching the field there to Portillo. And a couple subs here for the NATOs. So McCabe and Dos Santos check back in. Jonathan Urena Hernandez, first time we've called his name today. He's the freshman for the Bruins out of Winston-Salem, Parkland High School. Bruins located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Meanwhile, corner kick here for the Tornadoes. Running out of time here, down by 2. Lynch serves up the corner kick. The header there, just missing Daniel Morgan. Big effort there. The sophomore forward from England. Did his schooling in England at King Edward IV. 5:05 to play here under the lights at Ives Lamel Family Field. .445 to play. Nicely done there. Then playing it forward and collected ultimately by the goalkeeper, Cothill. And we have a stoppage here with 4:17 to play. And a little bit of a discussion here for the referees. And a yellow card has been issued to assistant coach Mario Pinto of the Tornadoes. And not a happy fan base here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Not happy with that last call, or no call. 4:07 to play here. And it's going to be a free kick for the Carolina Bruins. And another foul on the Tornadoes. .333 and counting, as it's getting a little chippy here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. You want to be careful. It's a 2-0 game in a non-conference contest. And last thing you want is a red card and suspension, anything like that. As that's played out of bounds by Tweddle. Lynch trying to make something happen up that left wing. 3 minutes and counting. Be a throw-in for Brevard. Running out of time here, down 2-0. And a whistle there, and it's going to be a foul on the Bruins. So here's an opportunity for Brevard, a set-piece opportunity. Brevard plays it forward. Conway Dos Santos fires off a shot there. High and wide, maybe a little too ambitious. So the Tornadoes played it short on a set-piece opportunity. Dos Santos fired off the shot. High and wide, and that could have been the best opportunity for the Tornadoes down the stretch here. Meanwhile, Dos Santos had a gang of Bruins, quadruple teamed in the middle of the field. 1:52 to play. Matos with the throw-in. Here's Moreno. 1:40 to play. Moreno able to cut past one defender. Then that's played out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Nados. Lynch hustling over there. 90 seconds to play. Down 2-0. Time is an absolute premium at the moment. Lynch sends that into the goal mouth, and there was an opening there for the Tornadoes. Morgan was right there. 1 minute remaining. So 1 minute remaining here in this contest. And the Bruins are going to certainly take their time on that goal kick and then flip the field here with a long goal kick by Cothill. Offsides flag is up. So offsides there on the Bruins. And we're running out of time here, down to 30 seconds. So everything's pretty much academic at this point. Now down to 20 seconds. Final dozen seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1-0. Your final score at Eyes Lamel Family Field, Tornadoes 2, Bruins 2, Tornadoes 0. So some frustration overflowing there at the end of this contest. The Bruins with the win, 2-0. Stick with us. We'll bring you all the final stats and summaries from this one. Carolina 2, Brevard 0. So your final score, Bruins 2, Tornadoes 0. Carolina scored a goal in the first half. PK by Thomas Yegbor in the 42nd minute. That put Carolina up 1-0. And then the 63rd minute in that second half, Luigi Piccoli had the finish to give the Bruins a 2-0 advantage. That was the only scoring in this one. Shots. Brevard actually had a advantage in shots. 10-9. 3 of the 10 shots for Brevard were on goal. 4 of the 9 shots for Carolina on goal. Corner kicks, Carolina attempted 5 of those. Brevard 3. A lot of fouls in this one. Brevard with 16 and Carolina 11. 3 offsides called on Brevard, 2 on Carolina. Rossi had 2 saves for the Tornadoes. Cothill had 3 for the Bruins. Well, Tornadoes will regroup after falling to 1-2-1. They'll head to Averett on Tuesday. We got all sorts of action here at Brevard College this week upcoming. Check out Brevard College volleyball getting going on Wednesday night. And then Saturday, charge your batteries for a big day in the land of the Tornadoes. Got 2 volleyball matches, a women's soccer match, and a football game, all on Saturday the 16th. And then Washington Lee comes to town to play men's soccer a week from today at 3:30. Well, appreciate everyone who helped us behind the scenes, members of the men's basketball team, all sorts of operations. Shania Hauser on the keyboard and on the turntables here, spinning the tunes. Melody Ferguson pushing the buttons behind the scenes. Joseph Marvin, Pietro Moratelli crunching all the numbers. And appreciate you tuning in for this edition of Brevard College Men's Soccer. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe and then hit that little bell on this YouTube page. That'll ensure that you get all the notifications when the Brevard College Tornadoes go live. Well, thanks again for joining us for this edition of Brevard College Men's Soccer. We'll see you later this week for some more Tornado athletics action. Your final score for the final time, Carolina 2, Brevard 0. Have a very pleasant rest of your Sunday. Go Tornadoes.